We're so glad you joined us on Around Town, and this is one of our favorite shows. We get to honor the Small Business of the Month and Hicks Animal Clinic. We've got Dr. Michael and Dr. Stewart, and you're going to meet their staff, are the winners for August. Very deserving. And folks, you've noticed kind of a trend that we are celebrating also having the next generation come back to town, and this is truly an example of that because, Michael, you are the fourth generation to be a veterinarian. So
yes, ma'am. So yeah, great granddad graduated in 1917, and back then there weren't that many vet clinics. It was somewhere up in DC. It's not even existing today. He came back and started a practice here in 1920, Edgecombe side of town, and
downtown, really.
Yeah. So, and then it kind of moved with granddad to another place. I think that's a parking lot now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
beside Pemberton.
Okay. So they used to be there, and that's where he grew up going, and I still, it's really cool because I never met my granddad, but I have a lot of clients that come in that tell me stories, and it's kind of the same old thing. He used to drive fast, he used to talk real loud. If you stayed in there too long, he put you to work. He used to take like older guys obviously now, but he would take them, they'd be in high school, he would take them out to the farm for like 4 hours at a time. Their parents didn't know where they were, and so yeah, I mean, it was wild. So
they had a farm though.
Well, I mean, he was a back then a vet was a vet for everything. It wasn't as specialized as it is now. So he did dog, cat, horse, cow, goat, pig. I mean, he did everything.
Probably even more livestock then than we have now,
yeah,
right?
I think so. Probably, absolutely.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, and in '83, you went off on your own, right? Or you left or moved to this side of town?
Yeah.
And
after Dad passed, I moved out here and started my practice.
And I remember you were in the Hammer Chiropractor location for a little while.
Yeah.
And everybody was tickled when you bought this lot.
Right.
And is it Zebulon Road in Sunset? And built this facility. And Michael, it's my understanding that with your coming, and y'all are even looking for another vet because your dad's thinking about retiring some, and your mom really likes that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That you're going to expand the building.
Yeah, so we got some plans in the city right now. I think they're either approved or getting approved, but we're pretty much going to max the floor plan out. We're kind of roads and parking lots everywhere, so we'll just max it out as much as we can, and then just keep going. We're going to do some other things, interior, layout, cosmetics, that'll make it kind of freshen it up a little bit.
How much has the veterinary practice changed how has the practice of veterinary medicine changed over the last couple of generations? I imagine it has. In some ways it has, in some ways it hasn't.
Yeah, significantly.
Dad did mostly large animal back then. He would wear a car out in 6 months.
Wow.
He put 30 or 40,000 miles on a car that quit, and he worked 7 days a week, and it was just on and on and on. And then most of the agriculture's gone, and now it's all primarily small animal. You still do some large animal, but it's not like it used to be at all. Most of the big farmers do most of this stuff anyway. They can't afford to have vets coming out there doing everything, so they got they pretty much know what they're doing. When they call you, it is an emergency then, because they've already tried to do something.
And there are more dogs people treat their dogs and cats more like members of the family than they used to.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're getting a lot more intense interest in maintenance and elongating the quality of life and length of life.
Yeah, I think what becomes true for the human side, and I don't know the details on it, but the trends that become true on the human side fade into the dog cat world. It's different. Like different owners of different breed, species, whatever, have different tendencies. So your bird folks are a certain type of person, horse, whatever, and the science has evolved a lot. So with dog cat now, we're running advanced diagnostics. You're doing MRIs, not here, but they do back surgery on dogs. It's very detailed, and so I think that trend is going. And we've started doing some preventative blood work. some preventative things to try and head off diseases, same concept that they're doing in humans. And we started it last year, and we probably caught half a dozen really early diseases that, and probably I think in the scheme of those dogs' lives, they're probably getting more life out of longevity out of them before they get an illness. So yeah.
Stuart, I want to say about you, anytime I mention your name, everybody's got a Dr. Stuart Hicks story. He came to my house and he cried with me, or you are so beloved with your history in town. And Michael, I'm sure you hear that everywhere you go. Your dad saved my dog, and from my perspective, and I'm not going to cry, but you put our dogs down at 16 years old in our truck, in their beds. That you have just meant the world to people in Rocky Mount, and Michael, you've got big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
but
no pressure. Right?
I know, right? But I know you're mighty pleased to have your son. That's
sure
just
am.
everybody's dream, isn't it?
It is. It is to come home and take it another fourth generation and keep on going.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to do the banner presentation for Small Business of the Month, and then Michael will be back talking to you.
All right,
So
cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's a hot afternoon here in Rocky Mount. I'm Ken Hunter, Small Business Vice Chair for the Rocky Mount Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here with Michael and Stuart Hicks of Hicks Animal Clinic. They are the winners of our August 2017 Chamber Small Business of the Month Award. Michael, Stuart, congratulations on this award. I know y'all are really proud of everything you've done and everything that you're going to be doing with this great facility in the coming months and years. So anything y'all would like to add?
Just really happy to be accepting this award. I think we've worked really hard to make some positive changes here. Not necessarily to get an award, but it's nice to be recognized. So thank you.
Well, congratulations to you. Doctor, would you like to add anything as well?
It's about the same.
Okay, I understand. Well, definitely, I know there's a lot of stuff that we have to look forward in there as well, and we welcome them and welcome all the staff of Hicks, as well as all of our ambassadors and chamber members who are here as well. So congratulations on this great honor.
Thank you.
Well, we've moved from outside inside Hicks Animal Clinic here in Rocky Mount. We're inside one of the surgery rooms here at Hicks. Congratulations again on winning
Thank you.
Small Business of the Month. We're really
Thank you.
proud of you and everything that you've done. Kind of talk to us a little bit about kind of what you've tried to put in place since you've gotten back involved in the practice.
Well, Dad had a bubbling kind of setup here. You can't do but so much with one-time vet. He had some older things that he was doing as far as just like lack of modernization, I guess, with the card catalog system and the way he processed X-rays and stuff. And you take good records, you take good X-rays, but I'm younger generation, so I want my answers now. I want it in the system. So getting computers in here was definitely the first thing we did. I got a digital X-ray machine now, so we pop it and it's on a hard drive. I got an ultrasound and got a laser machine. Kind of your textbook cases are going to be the old cricky cracky dogs that got the arthritis, and this has shown to help significantly as far as making mean old grumpy dogs nice and happy again, getting dogs off medications. And then a lot of dogs come in like once a month for it, and you got to start them out a little bit more intensely, but then you can back them down, and it works really well. Yeah, I'm really happy about it.
I've seen a dog that could not stand up that started having that, and it made that big a difference in the quality of life.
Yeah. It was kind of jaw dropping. I had to coach Dad into getting it. He's like, that's a lot of money for something. I was like, I've seen a lot of really good things with it, and I'm all about less medical, medicines in the food, and just getting them off that. And this helps you do that in certain situations.
So people call you Dr. Michael here too, right? It's
Yeah,
Dr.
you can't have
Hicks
it too
and
many.
Dr. Michael, or is it
Yeah.
Dr. Stewart and Dr. Michael?
He's Dr. Hicks, but you can't have but one Dr. Hicks, I think. So I'm cool with Dr. Michael. I kind of like the lack of the white
Formality.
coat kind of. Yeah, and that's not who we are here. We've never really been that kind of set up. We're pretty easygoing folks. So.
But what are some of the more challenging type of procedures that y'all have had to do here with respect to animals? I mean, what's kind of the range of service?
Yeah. I mean, you always get your emergency situations with like an advanced surgery, like an emergency surgery, a GDV, where the stomach will flip in a big dog, or splenic torsion or something like that. We've seen a couple of those, and those are, just get in there and get after it kind of thing. some of the case that y'all came in on where I was working up, that's a fairly in-depth case, and so some of the medical things are challenging as well. You know, I think one thing that, you know, people don't really think about too often is that with vets, you know, we don't have like a health insurance kind of thing set up in place, so we can't run just every test, and so you got to be really strategic on how you spend people's money. You don't want to spend it all on testing and figuring out answers and not have any money for treatment. So there's always that kind of give and take in a room when you're talking to an owner, and occasionally you get somebody that says, "Hey, do everything," and you're like, "All right, cool, I can you know, do it." And we try not to spend anybody's money that isn't justified, but you got to give and a take, and sometimes that can be challenging on what direction do I go. Sometimes you're kind of shooting in the dark with it, and I think any general practitioner will agree with that.
Understood.
And as a general practitioner, how helpful is it to you to have the vet school in Raleigh?
It's very helpful. You know, we are fortunate enough to be, 45 minutes, if that, to NC State. They do a really good job of communicating back with us. There's other specialty clinics out there as well in the Raleigh, Durham, Cary, you know, Winston-Salem, Greensboro, that do a lot of specialty stuff, and they're awesome. I mean, I call them all the time, and what's good about it is I can learn a lot from these cases. You know, you send them something, and you talk to a neurologist that did back surgery on the dog, and they can tell you all kinds of stuff. So it's good. Things you can't read in a book, you know.
I want to mention your mom.
Yeah.
How's she doing?
She's doing well.
Taught at senior high forever, right?
Forever, yeah. Probably like 32 years, I think.
Dee Hicks. Many
Yeah.
of you recognize her. And
Yeah, I didn't get away with much in high school, so. But yeah, she's doing well. I think she's ready for Dad to kind of get some more time, and I think she's got some plans to maybe do some local traveling and things like that. So I think she's excited about it.
Well, in your plans to expand, you're going to break out which walls and increase what sizes?
All the front, so mainly the front. The back we're kind of landlocked back here. So we'll add a break room for the employees. We'll add a new reception area with new seating. We'll have a new office. We kind of we did a little bit of renovations earlier this year, and kind of took out one of the exam rooms. So we only have 3 right now, which is definitely not what you want. So we'll gain that room back, and we'll make the office that's here now will be the new exam room. We'll do the laser in there, and then it'll be more of a family room for the euthanasias and everything, so they can have a little bit easier exit to life. So,
how about a few tips for pet owners? Can you do you think quality dog foods make a big difference?
I will say this. I think this is a really big fad that's going on is about the grains. So when I graduated in 2012, didn't really hear too much about grain-free diets versus grain diets. I just read an article probably about a couple months ago. There's no real statistical evidence supporting the trend of grain-free versus grain. I personally think that there is a little bit of evidence there, just talking with owners, but as far as it being what it is now in the social, no, I don't agree with it. So I think I hear that every day. So. And
are there wellness visits? I know the shots. What do people who might not be linked in with a veterinarian need to know? How frequently does there need to be a wellness visit?
Yeah, so just a wellness visit, I'd say once a year is good for most animals.
Rabies shots are required,
yeah,
right?
Rabies shots is a legal thing. State of North Carolina, the first one is a 1 year. Everyone after that is a 3 year. So I'd say 1 year visits are good just to kind of keep a tab on things. A lot of times when you see an animal for the first time, there's a problem. You don't know, was this established? Is this new? You don't know that trending life stages. You know, what I tell people a lot of times is it's not the first time you see them that's important, it's the trends, because you just don't know what is the normal value for things. So I think it's good to do that.
In the state, speaking of state law, if an animal encounters what could be a rabid animal, there's a brief window, even with the rabies shot, to give it a booster, right?
Yeah, so any kind of exposure with a up-to-date animal, any kind of exposure, you're going to want to revaccinate that animal immediately. And then there could possibly be some quarantine in there as well, and all those situations are different. So we always call the state and go over that. You
don't want to have your dog put down or your cat put down because they had an encounter.
There's some fine lines there, but
Great. Well, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
And Kenneth, I think you can't stay with us, but then we're going to meet. Well, you're going to stay to meet all the employees.
Absolutely.
And then Jessica, your lovely wife, you out-married yourself. I'm sure you know
I
that.
Sure did. Yep.
Is going to join us. We're going to talk about all the neat things y'all are doing for the community.
Okay.
Welcome back to Hicks Animal Clinic. And we thought it would be very appropriate to have a patient, right, Michael?
Mm-hmm. Scrappy Doo.
Isn't he cute? And how old do you think that he is?
He's probably about 5 months old.
A mix or what?
Yeah, probably just a happy old mix.
Yeah, that's wonderful. We have 3 of your 7 office staff
Yes,
who are
ma'am.
going to be here. Would you like to introduce them to us, please?
Yes, ma'am. So this is Anne Marie Saunders. She's probably our newest addition here. And then you got Caitlin Edwards, who's been with us for a couple years, and Allie Taylor, who's been here for a decade?
15.
Yeah, 15.
Wow. Gosh. Well, how about if each of you tell us what you do here? And probably you overlap a lot in your responsibilities, right?
We do, yes ma'am. I'm a vet assistant and I fill in wherever I'm needed. I'm relatively new to the practice, so I'm learning everything that I possibly can and I'm really enjoying my job. I'm happy to be here.
Is it mostly on-the-job training, or did you have, I know that Nash Community College is getting ready to have a certification, but
Yes.
did you need to take any coursework before you came?
I did go to Nash Community College for the semester that they had. I believe it's 4 months and I've learned quite a bit there. It's basically from books. When you get here and you'll have hands-on, it's definitely different. It's a lot more fun.
Absolutely. Okay. Katie?
I am a vet assistant and also the office manager. Like Ann said, we all kind of fill in where we're needed. We all take on pretty much every role. And I did the vet assistant course at Nash Community as well.
Good.
And I have been in the animal field for about 4 or 5 years. But like she said, it's a lot different going into a vet office, doing it hands-on. You learn a lot for sure.
And did you always know you wanted to work with animals, or did that kind of evolve?
Yes, yeah. My mom told me ever since I was 5 or 6 that I always wanted to be a vet.
Well, and I know it's fun for y'all with Dr. Michael here that the continuity of Hicks Animal Clinic is, what, 4th generation, so at least 5 or 6. I mean, it's going to go on and on, we hope.
Yes, yes, hope so.
Okay, and longest term here, right?
Yeah, I've been here 14, 15 years. This is all I know. I've been doing animal vet stuff since 16, since I started working. So this is me. This is what I do, and I pretty much do like they do. Vet assistant. I stick with Dr. Hicks a lot. We do surgeries. All the real heavy stuff in the surgery room, I'm there with him.
And what do you mean by heavy stuff? You mean like the operations?
Yeah, like taking a spleen out, or I don't know,
Do a lot of
foreign bodies, stuff
Spays
like
and
that.
neuters routine.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
the routine stuff. But
Allie's kind of the go-to surgical assistant.
yeah,
Well, I haven't been here that long. It's probably, when he asks you to hand him a certain
Yeah.
something, you know what he's asking
Yeah.
for before he even asks at times.
yeah.
About how many animals a day do y'all typically see here at the clinic?
We counted them the other day.
It comes in waves.
Yeah.
So like right now is our heavy season. Summer's, well, not, I guess specifically right now, not so much because everybody's taking vacations for school. But summer is busy. We may see 35 to 40 a day, plus a couple surgeries. In the winter, completely different. It slows up quite a bit. So.
And you do doggy daycare too, right? Or you
We do some, yeah. We're not, we built this practice, or Dad built this practice some time ago in the 80s, and we just don't have the facility for like a major doggy daycare, but we do that, yeah.
Well, I know a friend I work with that this is her dog's favorite place to come.
Yeah, the
Remy
dogs
Ingram.
enjoy it. Oh yeah, yeah. Remy, she's a pogo stick. Yeah.
Well, great. Well, ladies, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
And we have a couple of additional members of the wonderful staff here at Hicks, and they brought us another guest on the table, and who this may be.
This is Garth. He's my cat. He's 4 years old.
So your cat.
This is my cat.
Oh, okay. So do all of y'all have pets?
Of course.
I would think that would be true, that everybody
I would
in the world
imagine
would
so.
love pets. So
Well, let's
you
give-
have your own.
Let's give everybody a chance to introduce you. They'll start with you.
My name's Mona, and I'm a kennel manager, and I've been here for about 6 years, going on 7.
My name is Nikki. I'm a registered vet tech, and I've been here about 6 months.
My name is Cindy, and I help in kennel and up front, and I've been here 17 years.
Wow.
My name is Angie. I'm a kennel worker, and I just started.
Well, that shows expansion, which is good. I mean, that was one of the things that we do look at in winners of the Small Business of the Month, if people are growing, and it looks like your business is definitely growing.
Yeah, we're busy as we want to be right now. We're looking for another vet right now to try and get Dad into, at least the first mode of retirement. Yeah.
Well, now, those of you who have certifications, did you get it at Nash Community College or someplace else?
I got mine at Millermont College in Raleigh. I went to school for 2.5 years and then had to take state and national exams.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you've got like a licensure for
Yes.
it? Okay,
Mine's just from training, from hands-on.
okay. And you work with the kennel a lot
Yes.
too,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
And we're going to get the kennel, and in the kennel, that's where, who gets to go in the kennel versus?
It's like hospitalization, surgery patients, baths, drop-offs, kind of stuff. Mona kind of manages that and keeps it orderly. Cindy works back there. She bounces back and forth. She kind of runs around a lot. And then Angie's kind of new. She worked at a boarding facility, like a strict boarding facility, and now she's kind of seeing a little bit side of the medical field. So we're kind of cross-training her a little bit to help out up front and run some tests and things like that, and she's doing a really good job with that. So.
Wonderful. Well, with the addition of like the laser, like regular patients for laser and whatnot,
Yes.
Everybody sounds like you're getting cross-trained.
Yes.
Yeah, we believe in cross-training.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
And it looks like, y'all are I've seen you 2-on-1 on the animal, and you just really all are so affectionate toward animals.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us what you have, dog or cat?
I have a dog.
A dog?
A rat terrier.
Oh, okay.
I have 4 cats.
4. Gosh. Oh, and?
I have 2 cats and a small dog.
Wonderful.
And I have 1 dog.
1 dog. Okay. Well, great. Well, thank you. Michael, we are with Jessica. Delighted that you came, stopped by for moral support, and we said we want you in it. So, as a couple, y'all have really embraced Rocky Mount. You have just jumped in, and a lot of it's things veterinary-wise with Hicks Animal Clinic. What kind of motivates you to feel like you want to do a lot of things in the community?
The fact that I live here. I mean, like I want my community to develop and in a way that, I guess, being younger and visiting other cities we've seen happening in other areas, and it's like, why can't we do this here? So that's the main one, and I guess because I got my name's on the door, so I'm not leaving anytime, so I really want that trend to happen.
4th generation, you can't go anywhere. So well, we're mighty glad you came. You worked for Dr. Winslow Rogers.
Yes, ma'am.
Great.
I do.
But are getting ready to launch your own area with yoga, right? Tell us how you found a way that you'll be able to teach that.
Well, it's going to be at the Bel Air Art Center. It's going to be called Willow Tree Yoga. So once we get everything up and running, it's going to take a little while to actually get the eventual space there, but we're going to start out small with 1 room and just go from there. So we're really excited about that. Rocky Mount doesn't have a yoga studio, so I feel like they need one. And Rocky Mount is, there's so much going on and there's so much potential here that it's hard not to want to be involved.
When you all bought the Bel Air building from Hillary Viteri.
Yeah, it's not official, but it's unofficially official. Yeah.
Great. Well, we thank you for investing in downtown, and you're going to have a great little restaurant right beside you.
Yep.
So let's talk about what you do at the mills. I know you write a column weekly or monthly.
It was weekly, and as the mill has kind of grown, I was talking to Julie, who's kind of my go-to person with this, and we just kind of we're gonna back it off to every other week, just because they got a lot going on. I got a lot going on, but yeah, it's a 200-word article, just something really short and easy for and it's not by any means like pushing Hicks Animal Clinic. It's just fun information for
Pet advice.
Yeah, dog cat specific. So
and water bowls and all. I mean, you go in and provide.
Yeah, so we support the local businesses by giving the water bowls Each like little venue or restaurant or whatever you want to call it has 4 water bowls that we'll give them, and then we'll give them like a bag dispenser. So like if their dog defecates on the property, they can pick it up.
Scoop it up.
Yep, they can scoop it up, and then throughout the mill village is those as well. So.
Well, and we talked with several of their employees about their training at Nash Community College and the fact that they're going to put in a veterinary and technology degree there, associate degree.
So Nikki's a vet tech. She's our one vet tech, and you have to get like a license for that, like she told you, and they're in transition to do that. Right now they have a vet assistant program, and that's what Ann went to. And I've spoke out there once, and I think it was really fun. Probably overstayed my welcome a little bit. I kept talking over time, but no, it was good, and I would definitely do it again and help that grow if I can.
And you have interns, cause you with the local high schools, you take in some students who help.
Yeah, we accept volunteers, and they don't work here, so it's up to them as far as like ambition, how much they want to learn. I'll talk their ears off and show them as much as they want to see if they're interested in it. So yeah.
What about rabies clinics? Y'all have been helpful with that too, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am. There's a couple that are kind of initiated by the city, and Dad has done it historically in the past. He likes to do those, and I'll man the fort here, but yeah, we stay involved with that as well.
Wonderful. And Jessica, where did you live before you moved here?
I am from Bristol, Tennessee, so that's part of the reason why I'm so excited about Rocky Mount, because I saw how Bristol was, and then now it's awesome. So it's kind of the same thing, so that's why we're getting in from the ground.
Oh, you are, and this is on the way to being awesome, isn't it?
It is.
And I have to tell you, having young couples like y'all come and invest in not only your time but your talent and everything, we really, really appreciate that.
Well, there's a lot coming. I think it's a trend.
Absolutely, I'm right there. I believe that completely. So thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.